What's up, YouTube? So today's a big day. We're going to be shooting a whole bunch of footage for the TNT, the No.Toke. We're going to be doing a lot of work on that, and you guys will be able to follow me as we kind of start to develop the branding for the TNT. But outside of that, it kind of got me to thinking about what it means to take for yourself what you need out of life. For a bunch of my life, I would always simply just stand by on the sidelines hoping that success would come to me. It really wasn't until a lot later in life when I started to realize that things don't come to you. Things will never come to you. You have to go out and get it. You have to step outside of what you feel uncomfortable about and actually put in the work it takes to be successful. So, here's the first step. I think one of the things that we constantly doubt about ourselves is stagnation. Stagnation is always going to be our greatest enemy. Always being stuck in the same position is the worst thing you can do for yourself. Always pushing forward is the only strategy that ever works. Going to the gym on the days you don't want to go to, that works. So gym session done. Now we're about to meet up with Adam, who's the photographer and creative genius behind what's going to be the photo shoot today. So what I'm planning to do is to have an interview with him talking about kind of the creative process, visualizing in your mind's eye exactly what the outcome is. Anytime you're creating any sort of creative project, what you want is to know what the finished product is going to be like before you even get involved in it. So we have 4 objectives today. We're going to talk about those objectives once I pick him up, and you'll see the behind the scenes of all the things that it takes to really get a good professional shoot in. See you guys on that side. And so there we go. Then we just record.
So it's going to be super shaky.
Well, let's introduce this. Welcome, guys. This is Adam Cromblehome.
Thank you.
He is a photographer, web developer, and
a little bit of design.
A little bit of design, right? And just a creative motherfucker.
Thank you, JQuinn.
Yeah, that's like the best way to describe you.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And so we were just talking about clients, right, in the creative field. How do you find your clients?
I mean, the best way is word of mouth.
Word of mouth?
Yes. I used Thumbtack, which I think is kind of shiesty.
Because they take a lot of your money?
Yeah, they take a lot. You got to pay for credits. I mean, Craigslist, but that's just full of like creeps and weirdos half the time.
But for today, we're shooting a behind the scenes video for you guys to kind of see the creative process behind creating the brand of a brand new product.
Sounds awesome, doesn't it?
The brand of a brand new product.
The creative process of a creative. The creative behind the creative of a brand new motherfucking process.
The purpose of today is to kind of, number 1, get product shots, right? Get product photography in. Number 2, get headshots of me and the creator of it, Andrew. And then number 3 is to do kind of a product demonstration and unboxing, to just kind of get an intro of what it even is. And then 4, an expose on Andrew. One of the big things behind the TNT is kind of the entrepreneurial spirit. And that's a big thing of my channel, is the idea of doing things yourself. You pretty much left your job, right?
Yeah,
and
I mean,
started doing everything by yourself.
Yeah. But what you can do,
Yeah.
Getting out of your comfort zone is when you're learning.
Yeah.
When you're put in stressful situations, when you're put in uncomfortable situations, you're growing, learning and growing.
I think for a lot of people, they have an idea, or they have something that they could do freelance, or some side business, or something they could sell, or something they could invent, and there's this overwhelming fear to not do it, right? It's this sense of impending death almost, where it's like, if I leave my job, I'm not going to have insurance.
Afraid of the unknown.
Afraid of the unknown. I might not be successful. I might lose everything I have.
Well, same with you, moving down here.
That's
right?
true.
What was the push to move down here? What was the initial thought process, and what was the I'm jumping ship and I'm coming downtown?
I think the big thing was just like this innate feeling, right, that I wasn't where I was supposed to be. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. And I was working some comfortable office job, making just enough money to get by.
Nuts and bolts, baby.
Nuts and bolts, baby. The inside joke is that's what I sold was nuts and bolts. I was fucking good at it, but that's not the point. Like, being good at some shit you don't want to be good at doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you don't have any passion for it, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you if you make enough money to just be comfortable and you stay inside that comfort zone, are you growing? And then what happens? You get this stagnation feeling. You get this, like, emotion.
You hit a midlife crisis at 30 instead of 40.
Yeah.
Or 50. You hit it 10 years earlier.
Exactly. I had a quarter life crisis. 25 years old. Just going, okay, what do I want to do? Well, luckily enough, the universe just said, hey, fuck you. You're going to be fired from your job. Go figure it out. So I got fired from my job, which is not uncommon because I'm kind of an asshole. And
yeah, that's true. For sure.
Don't agree with that, asshole.
Yeah, you are.
Once you kind of get forced into the situation, whether or not you like it, to figure it out and kind of make your own decision about what you want to be and what you want to do, you have a sudden realization of what matters and what doesn't. And what matters to me is being an entrepreneur. What it matters to me is creating a life for myself instead of allowing someone else to dictate to me what I can and can't do, or where I can and can't be, or what my limitations in life are. Which, ultimately, those can be dictated to you if you are in the wrong job space.
Your job doesn't dictate who you are. It doesn't have to dictate who you are. Who you are as an individual, like how you are. If you feel like you're constrained and stuck at your job, it's just going to reflect across your entire life. It's going to reflect outside of your job. It's going to reflect every single fucking day. You're going to feel that way. But if you're the type of person who's like, I can go do this bullshit job, I can go get paid, but I can go out and enjoy my life afterwards, shut it all off, do whatever creativity I want to do, whatever, anything, creative or not creative, doesn't matter. If you're able to do that and not take it home with you and you're content, fuck yeah, man. Like,
go and do it, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
The person that I am, I like living on the edge between success and failure, like the razor's edge between that. Because guess what? If tomorrow something catastrophic happens, I'm in failure mode. Do you know what I mean? So there's no day that I can take off. There's no minute where I can relax. And even today, I'm taking off from driving just to do what? To put work into a new project that's the next success. When you live in that mode of success and failure, day in and day out, it pushes you, right? It molds you to be harder about succeeding, because then you don't have a choice. You have to succeed or die, in a sense. You're not gonna actually fucking die, but damn, dude, this got real fucking heavy. I apologize. I do that a lot.
That's okay. That's what we're here for.
I'm excited about our shoot today.
Me too, dude.
I'm very excited.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but I'm excited to do it. I like to have a plan when it comes to shit, and maybe that's why it's taken me, a while to push certain things and get certain areas in my life that I hope that I'd be at, but I'd like to bring it by the studio and fucking throw it down there and do the professional product photography there, knowing that it's we're gonna shoot this one time. This is gonna be fucking the best photos we can get.
Yep.
This is all we're gonna have to do. I can see both ways because when I go out and do street photography, none of that shit's planned, and that's where I get some of the best fucking photos I feel in my life. So,
well, I think that's the problem that I've had my entire life, is that I would get this interest in doing something, and then I would have to read as much information and become unbelievably well-informed, unbelievably good at it in private, and then try to plan everything out so that it brought me some comfort in knowing that if we shot some product photography, like you're saying, it's not going to be complete
shit.
Yeah.
And what happened was I would spend so much time in the planning stages of it that I would never get past planning. So just to give you an example of what we're doing, we have the background here, which is just a white background. We've got this one light set up. It's a really simple light. It gets dimmable. We have it all the way maxed out, and then we have it on a tripod right behind over the shoulder, adding a little bit of that light that's necessary. You can see Adam is really getting some very, very close shots, and by creating a very shallow depth of field by opening up the aperture, he's creating a lot of interest in the imagery itself. Right now we're going to start low, and then we're going to change the different angles to try to get different angles on the product. Product photography is an art form, and this is difficult, but it's also a very cheap way to promote your brand easily. Doing this with the TNT is going to produce high quality imagery that we're going to be able to use for any sort of future needs that we might have. We're gonna get an intense look of you putting it in there. Nope, take it back out. Yeah, I want it slow, I want it intense, I want to get him. Tell me when you got the angle on his eyes. Again, this is you inventing. So I want you to put it in there like it's fucking epic. Get it slowly. Nice. Make sure it fits right. Make sure it fits right. It goes in so smoothly. Perfect. All the way to the bottom to where it's supposed to go.
Now you're
Now you're
happy.
satisfied.
Now you're happy.
Awesome. That was a great shot.
Much better now. That's good.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations.
Thanks for your help.
That was great
Amazing.
fucking work.
Yeah.
So we had a very successful day today. You know, we put together a lot of ideas, a lot of creativity. We put a lot of stuff out there. It was a lot of fun. What a lot of people don't see is this, the work, the constant, never-ending trudge through excellence. And you have to go through that march. You have to go through that hardship and the constant work and the constant mentality and creativity that you have to put out there to be successful. It's what it takes. And I'm glad that you guys were kind of able to see that today. And I'm also pretty proud of the fact that I accomplished my second daily vlog for the day. You'll be able to see a lot of the work that we did today created on the TNT Facebook page, the No.Toke Facebook page, which you can find on Facebook and in the link below. You'll be able to check that out. As well, I'm going to be starting up a Patreon page soon, so keep an eye out for that. Check you guys tomorrow.